Okay, so let's take a look at one example. The data analysis of CD Triaxial Test. A drain triaxial test was carried out on 3 samples of the same soil given data from the test as shown below. So we have the cell pressure sigma 3 for the sample 1 is 100, and then 200 sample number 2, and 500 sample number 3. And the deviator stress at failure, we have the sigma D 220, 448 and 654. So we need to plot the Mohr circle for all the specimen, and then draw the failure envelope, and also determine the shear strength. Alright, so first and foremost, to plot the Mohr circle, okay, to plot the Mohr circle, so we should have the sigma 3 and sigma 1. So the sigma 3 already given. So how to get the sigma 1? Okay, sigma 1 is the axial stress. Okay, the distance or the diameter of the Mohr circle is the sigma D actually. The deviator stress is the diameter of the Mohr circle. Okay, so since we have the sigma D, knowing the sigma 3, so sigma 3 plus with the sigma D, you will get the sigma 1. So sigma 1 equal to sigma D plus sigma 3. So this case is the drain, consolidated drain. So you will have the effective shear strength parameter. Alright, so now let's plot the graph. So make sure you have the y and x axis. The x is the sigma prime because this is the effective, and then y is the tau prime shear stress. Okay, use the same scale for x and y. So let's say you start with 100 here, so y also need start with 100, 200, 200. Okay, use the same scale for x and y. Use the same gap for x and y. Okay, let's plot the Mohr circle. So the first specimen is 100. Okay, and then another specimen, and the last specimen. Okay, so at this one is the sigma 3, this one is the sigma 1, specimen number 1. Okay, this is sigma 3 for specimen number 2, sigma 1 for specimen number 3, and the last circle at 300 here for the specimen number 3. So once you complete the Mohr circle for the 3 specimen, so what we need to do, we have the failure envelope line. Okay, for the failure envelope line, so for the failure envelope line, make sure that it's minimum at 0. It's not necessarily at 0. Sometimes it can have intersections with any value at proxy y, but minimum is at 0. We cannot have the failure envelope go to the negative value. Okay, and make sure that the line of failure envelope is just tangent or touch the Mohr circle. Okay, we cannot have the failure envelope within the Mohr circle. Okay, this one is wrong. Okay, so be very careful that the failure envelope line is just tangent to the Mohr circle. Alright, so when you read the intersections between the failure envelope with the y-axis, so from here you will have the C prime value. For this case, we can have the C value equal to 0 kPa. Also, since this is the CD test will give you effective shear strength parameter, so you will have C prime. And then you need to measure the angle of frictions by measuring using the protector. Okay, you buat satu horizontal line at any part of the failure envelope, and then you measure using the protector. You will have the angle, so that angle we call it as the angle prime, angle of friction. Alright, okay. So the CD test, the consolidated drain test is actually to get the stability for the long term analysis. Okay, for example, for the slope stability, of course we want that slope to to sustain till the end of the life, kan? So of course we will evaluate it based on the long-term stability, and also for any structure, any construction, it is for long-term, not for the short-term. Okay, so CD test will simulate the long-term conditions, so it's very good in order to get the long-term stability of soil. But the advantages it's need a longer time, because we will need to wait until, for example, for the saturations, the sample fully saturated, and then for the consolidations we need to wait until the pore water pressure to reduce, whether it equal to 0 or constant at certain value, and during the shearing stage the U will equal to 0. We need to wait until all the pore water pressure within the soil sample reduced to 0. We need to wait until all the water flowing out equal to 0. So it will take longer time, and of course due to longer time will consume more cost. Dia akan melibatkan kos yang lebih lama for the person in charge, for the preparations of the sample, and so on and so on. Alright, okay, so again, so CD test, you will get the effective shear strength parameter. You will have the C prime and angle of friction prime from the CD test, and then it will give you for the long-term stability analysis.